Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time with us, it's very good to see you. Thank you for joining us. So today what we're doing is we're doing a whiskey tasting. There's lots of different types of whiskey. We're gonna be tasting 4 different types today, and giving you guys some basic and generic information about them, and I'm going to try to differentiate between which whiskey is which. Which this might go very badly. I'm not. I don't have the greatest palate. My roommate is gonna pour them, so I'm not gonna know which whiskey is in which tasting glass, and I'm gonna have to guess. So this should be interesting because I have no idea how this is gonna go. So this is gonna be a whiskey tasting, guys. Let's get into it. Okay, you guys. So here we got our 4 different types of whiskey. My roommate, who's sitting over here, she poured them for me. I have no idea which one is which. Well, I know what types of whiskey they are. So we got 4 whiskeys. One is a Scotch whiskey. One is a Japanese single malt whiskey. One is bourbon, and one is rye. I'm sure some of you guys out there are thinking like that's super easy to tell the difference between all of those. Not for me, it's not. Not for me, it's not. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah. So I'll try to smell them all first, and then we'll go from there. So this one, okay. Number 2, okay. 3, okay. Number 4, okay. Not gonna lie, guys. By the time you get to the last one, sniffing them, they all kind of smell the same. But if there's a way to like cleanse your nasal palate, if that's a thing, I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna take a sip of number 1. Okay, I'm pretty damn sure that's Scotch. This is number 1 is the Scotch whiskey. It has that distinct kind of Scotch flavor to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Scotch, you guys. So Scotch whiskey is it's only produced in it has to be produced in Scotland. If it doesn't come from Scotland, it's not Scotch. It's just, I don't know, some other generic form of whiskey. Used mainly from, I believe, malt and barley, I think. But historically, it was only made from barley, I believe. But around the 18th century, they changed it and started making it out of other things. But what makes it unique to being Scotch is it has to come from Scotland. I guess in the same way Irish whiskey has to come from Ireland. But yes, I'm pretty sure that is Scotch. And number 2, interesting. See, now it's getting more challenging because, okay. Again, because see, the more I sip, the more everything just kind of blends together. Okay. I think that's the Japanese whiskey. I think. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the Japanese whiskey. Japanese whiskey has really kind of taken off in the last few years, I think, you guys. They've been getting a lot of praise for their single malt whiskey. Malt is a type of grain, and the process of malting is when you take the grain and you let it soak in water until the the grain starts to grow, basically, and then at some point you take it, and then that's what you use to make either beer or whiskey of some kind. But yeah, I think that's the Japanese whiskey. But again, I could be very wrong here, you guys. Okay, moving down to number 3. Whew, I'm getting warm. I can tell you that. Okay, number 3, I believe, is bourbon. Um, yeah, bourbon's one of my favorites. It's arguably the most popular American form of whiskey. It and what makes it bourbon is it's a barrel aged whiskey, and it has to be made with at least, I believe, 51% corn to be considered bourbon, and then it's aged in a barrel for, depending on what company makes it, you know that's how long it's going to age for. And every company, they get specific barrels as well, which is what gives the bourbon its distinctive flavor. But yes, I believe number 3 is bourbon, which would make number 4 the rye whiskey. Yes, and I believe that's rye whiskey. Another really, really popular form of whiskey, which is made from, obviously, from rye, which is a form of grain, and it's basically very similar to bourbon in the way that it's made. It has to be at least 51% rye in order to be considered a rye whiskey. And again, one of the world's most popular whiskeys is, of course, rye. They're also close in color too, so you can't really tell by looking at them. Like if you like, well, I guess Jack Daniels isn't. Yeah, I guess if Jack Daniels was here, that'd be a little harder too. But I think Jack Daniels probably a little bit more distinctive. I should have thrown one in there that I would have recognized a little bit better. Um, all of these whiskeys none of them are particularly fancy, but they do have their own distinctive flavors. And if you are able to do so, I strongly suggest you try doing something like this for yourself, just so you can figure out exactly what you like, and then whether you like to drink a spirit neat or whether you like to drink it, you know, just mixed into a cocktail. You can figure out exactly what you like this way, instead of just reaching for what your favorite label is or what your friends like or whatever. But yeah, very, very interesting to taste all the whiskeys side by side like this, because you don't, like, it's hard to know exactly the subtle differences, but when you actually try them like this, you can notice some things. Again, my palate's not super distinguished. I could have gotten all of these wrong. I don't know. I just know what I remember, I guess, in the past of what I've tasted. But they are all very, very nice for what they are. So highly recommend you guys try your own whiskey tasting, if you enjoy whiskey, if you're a whiskey drinker like I am. I whiskey's probably my favorite spirit, but you guys try it, see for yourselves. So that's a whiskey tasting, you guys. You don't have to necessarily get these fancy little whiskey tasting glasses, but I think the way the shape of the glass is, it really does help the aroma, so you can inhale it a bit better and get the distinctive sense of it as well. But if you're sniffing 4 different ones, like I said, they kind of blend together after a while. But a very nice idea, you guys. And there you guys go. There was a whiskey tasting. As my roommate informed me after we finished, I got them all right. So maybe my palate's not as terrible as I thought it was. But, I mean, to be fair, there's only 4 whiskeys here. There's not like 20, because I definitely wouldn't get 20 right, because I don't know enough about whiskey to get that many right. But I am super stoked that I was able to go 4 for 4. And she's sitting over there laughing, because I don't know why she's laughing. But I got 4 for 4, so I'm happy. And that's all we got for you today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed tasting these for you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that fun nonsense, whatever. And make sure you're always drinking responsibly out there, guys. So thanks very much. Cheers. Have a great day.